It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll watch Jonathan Mingo, whose utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Panthers and the Eagles, next, on Madden NFL 24.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't
Man, Jalen Hurts is a fucking fraud. I've been this nigga #1 hater since he came out of college. That shit is not going to change. And when he raised his eventual MVP and raised his eventual championship, I'ma still be a hater.
To the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
I can't believe that Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson leaving them really fuck they line up like that, because they are not successful no more. Still put up great stats, or at least winnable stats, but being 5-9 as a 91 rated offense, that's crazy.
Knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball?
Take it right down Broadway.
My game plan was defend the inside run, and the first run went for that.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
He's supposed to get his stick, bro, and fumble. Oh my god, bro. I literally put all the badges on there for nothing. Just for this nigga to get dragged down the arm tackle. This nigga got Enforcer, Deflator, and Crusher. All of his stick stats. All of them. Give me that shit.
You lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be brought down about the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 16.
Hello.
First down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the Panthers' 15-yard line.
Hurts completing this one quickly. So nothing doing there. And now 2 yards to go on third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll try and run here. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Ready? Young now after the fumble recovery. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They go play action with Hurts. DeAndre Swift. And all the way down to the 5. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yards.
That is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're done just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. In motion right is Mingo. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They go play action. Young. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Warren will try the right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. These two teams all tied after one. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A handoff for Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Mingo with career touchdown number 60. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either. Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Throwing is Hurts. Out to his left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He does.
Oh, the Panthers come hard and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're going to have it just inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And that pressure there came from his left side. Maybe could have sped up the release, but he couldn't get it off in time.
And truthfully, the speed should be consistent each and every time. It should be quick mechanics. The best punters are the ones who can catch it, 1 step, and get rid of the football. Those are the ones you want. Anything more than 1 step in the NFL, you're flirting with disaster.
1st and 10, Young. Oh, he's got it in wide open, complete. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he'll take this forward.
Nigga, what?
We have come upon the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. Pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st down, Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well. It's a down inside the 20.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Smith catches left side. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game.
He's got a man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
That's caught by Mingo right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down, Carolina.
Young will set to throw. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On second down, here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. There for Philly. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead. Hurts will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Successful 2-point try. The QB rolling out, I would imagine.
I'm gonna fucking murder Jalen Hurts.
He's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down,
On play action, Young. Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Young. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, Young. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now Young. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that in the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Chart the motion man right. On 3rd down, it's Crawford. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
That was the one.
I anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
In motion goes the tight end. Following the interception, Young. They'll air one out deep for Mingo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Hey, Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They go play action. Young. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young quickly to the flat. And down inside the 15 he goes. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Crawford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do.
Touchdown! DJ Chark from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Eagles 21. Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete.
Wow. They just plain dropped it, and I know he got like stored in elite. That's crazy.
Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game.
That's the first time I've seen some Madden do some shit for me. Not gonna happen.
While we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Nigga literally pushed me into the end zone.
31 yards.
Have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Eagles 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open left side is Brown. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games.
Young is intercepted for the third time this game. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Juju Brents. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I've struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though.
Bro, what the fuck?
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
In motion right is Mingo.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll run on first down. It's Crawford, a solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Young. Touchdown from 6 yards away.
And the Panthers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Eagles 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
But first down, Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
throw there going to be incomplete.
That incomplete. With the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Great.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Bro, suck my dick. Fuck out of here. He threw it literally at my fucking feet.
Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And he drops it incomplete.
AJ Brown is fucking trash. I don't get it. I've never seen this nigga in action. That's cat.
This defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field.
Touchdown!
Bro, what the fuck is these route combinations, bro? Like,
28 yards.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
49. Eagles 28.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Eagles 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.